Hey you guys, it's your girl T, and I want to go ahead and shout out Jarvis Green. Jarvis sent me this crazy story, and once again it's coming from our fourth favorite state, ghetto ass Georgia. So what's going on now in Georgia, you ask? What's going on is that we have this young mother. Her name is Latoya Tilson, and she's 33 years old. She's a mother of 3. Her oldest, who is 15 years old, he came to visit her for the weekend. He normally lives with his father. So while he was visiting her, his 2 sisters, who are about 13 and 12 years old, their name are Sh00ting and Coco Tilson, they end up getting into it with some people in the neighborhood, and a big old brawl ensued. They started fighting. The young man, whose name is Pierre Tilson, he runs in the house to go get his mother and let them know that they're all out there fighting and to help him break it up. So the mother comes out there, and instead of trying to help break up the fight, she ends up pulling out a gun. She starts shooting wildly. As her son is trying to pull somebody off of his own sister, the bullet comes flying at him, and she ends up shooting her own son in the head, and she also shoots a 17-year-old young man in the buttocks. This whole situation is a hot damn mess. I want you guys to check out this news clip, and I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary.
A teenager died this afternoon after police say his own mother shot him in the head when trying to break up a fight over the weekend. The father of the 15-year-old confirmed his death today. And Channel 2's Richard Elliott live outside the teen's high school in DeKalb County with reaction from friends and classmates. Richard.
Pierre Tilson loved the high school marching band here at Southwest DeKalb. He was visiting his mother over in College Park when all this happened. His friends here say they're still in shock.
I think it's going to be a big loss. He was an important person.
Mitchell Edwards played in the Southwest DeKalb marching band with 15-year-old Pierre Tilson. This is video of Tilson on the Panthers drumline. Mitchell's brother Nicholas is on that drumline too and knew Pierre very well. Their guardian gave us permission to talk to them.
I don't know how to describe Pierre. He was all over the place. He was a funny guy. He was smart. Went back down from a fight.
That's what College Park police say happened at this apartment complex. Tilson was visiting his mother Latoya when some kind of fight broke out. Investigators think Pierre was trying to protect his sister when they say Latoya came out of her apartment and opened fire, accidentally hitting her son in the head and injuring another person. Police took Latoya into custody. An ambulance took Pierre to Grady. Now, I had spoken on the phone with Pierre's father, Wayne Jones. Earlier this morning, we tentatively agreed to meet here at 1:30 to talk about his son's condition. But when I called back at 1:30, he told me on the phone that his son had passed away just 5 minutes earlier. Pierre's father says his son's band director visited him in the hospital. Mitchell Edwards says the entire band planned to visit too. That won't happen now.
I was shocked and all. I didn't really believe it. And then we were going to go to the hospital, the whole band, so I don't know how that's working.
Latoya Tilson remains in the Fulton County Jail without bond. Still waiting to find out from College Park Police if they do plan to increase the charges against her. We're live in DeKalb County. Richard Elliott, Channel 2 Action News.
All right, so you guys just watched the news clip, and this whole situation is just heart-wrenching. I feel bad for everybody involved, especially the father who allowed his son to go visit the mother for the weekend. And to know that the son went there for the weekend to go visit his mother only to end up getting shot and killed. This whole situation is just sad, and I really feel bad for the mother as well, because I know in my heart of hearts she did not mean to shoot and kill her own son. But this is why I always tell people that we have to learn emotional self-control. As mad as you want to get seeing your daughters getting beat up or getting jumped, you have to handle things a lot better. When that young man went to the house to go get his mother, she should have resolved that conflict a lot better than what she did. The first thing she should have done was pick up the phone and call the police. The second thing she should have done is went out there and started pulling kids off of her daughter, as opposed to grabbing a gun and shooting wildly. I mean, this makes no sense whatsoever. This is another episode of when keeping it real goes wrong. In the newspaper article, they're saying that supposedly the mother was starting to get jumped by some of the teens out there, and even if that was the case, there was still no reason to start firing. If she wouldn't have killed her son, she could have killed somebody else's son, and it's never that damn serious. You know, it's just so sad that all these teens are out here just fighting, acting reckless, and look at these consequences to all these fights that are going on. Now people are starting to bring out guns and start shooting at people because they're tired of their kids getting jumped, getting into fights and everything else. You know, this mother really messed up royally by what she did, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna have to deal with those consequences for the rest of her life, knowing that she killed her own child. You cannot meet violence with greater violence, you know what I'm saying? This is the same situation that went down in Detroit. I did a video about it a few months ago, where the one girl was getting jumped by a bunch of people. The father and the mother seen her getting jumped. The father runs in the house and grabs a gun. He starts shooting at the people, and then the people who he was shooting at, they were there with other people, and folks in the crowd pulled out a gun and started shooting at the father and the family. tragedy. They end up shooting the father, the mother, the sister, and killing the little girl, you know, who was an innocent bystander. It's like you guys cannot meet violence with greater violence because it always ends up in some type of tragedy. This whole situation is just a mess. I just wish the mother would have just, you know what I'm saying, I wish the mother would have composed herself better and just called the police, or just went out there trying to pull kids off of her daughter as opposed to reaching for a gun. And because of her actions now, both her daughters are now in foster care. They've been taken away from her, and her son is dead in the hospital. And this is, like I said before, this is a burden that this woman's gonna have to live with for the rest of her life. We have to start reacting to situations with common sense, because when we don't, these are the type of tragedies that go on. Anyways, y'all, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire disturbing situation that's once again coming from our fourth favorite state, ghetto-ass Georgia. How do you feel about the way the mother handled this situation? Do you feel like this is solely the mother's fault, or do you blame the kids who got into a fight and started jumping her daughter? And then what do you guys think should happen to the mother? Should she be charged with murder for her son's death? Because they're saying that the police are now going to escalate this to a murder charge as opposed to involuntary manslaughter charge because a young man has died. Do you feel like the mother should go to prison for shooting her son? Because let's be real, if it wasn't her son who got shot, it could have very well been somebody else's child. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. All right. Deuces.
Hey YouTube, it's your girl Lovely T, and you can show me some love by hitting that subscribe button, watching my previous videos, and following me on social media.